Hey everyone, welcome to Holistic Lifestyle Tips, getting real about the woo-woo. I am Becky Russell, owner of wellness company Hope Essential, and I am a holistic lifestyle educator, and that means I believe in treating the body, the entire body, mind, body, and soul from the inside out, not just treating symptoms. And also, I am an essential oil educator, and that means I believe in the power of these essential oils and what they can do for your health and that of your family. And I just want to empower people to take charge of their health, be more proactive and preventative instead of following the disease treatment model that we're used to. And that is part of the focus of this series is to help people understand what holistic means and that it's for everyone, any age. Um, just you have to have an open mind though and be open to change and approaching things differently. So, or at least giving it a shot. So, I adopted this early on because I am not blessed with good genes and wanted to have a better quality of life as I aged and saw that the standard way of treating your health did not bode well for most of my family. So I'm trying a new way. So far, it's helped served me well, and I'm just sharing what I learned along the way. So every week, I alternate physical wellness, emotional wellness, and spiritual wellness because we need all three to be well. And those topics I feel are very important. Sometimes they encompass all three or just two. Tonight pretty much encompasses all three. And we are going to talk about one of my favorite authors, Rachel Hollis. And this is personal development. And if you've watched this series, you know I'm a big, big believer in that. And she is all about empowering women, which I'm a big proponent of that as well. And she did not have an easy life at all. And so even if you can't relate to some of her struggles, the fact that she has overcome so many and is so empathetic and compassionate and wanting to help other women is phenomenal. And she started out, I think, as a food blogger and a caterer, and just ended up blasting away on the internet. Uh, she's just self-taught a lot of things. Hey, Laura. And just an amazing story. So if nothing else, check out that. If you don't like to read, she does podcast. You can do the audio book, but I really recommend it. And if you feel you have everything together, you may know a daughter, a neighbor, a friend, mother, someone who would benefit from this. And don't make the mistake I did in thinking that because you're not a young mom with kids owning a business, that you can't really relate to what she's writing about. I related to things in both books, and I'm not a young mom with little kids. So, Girl Wash Your Face was her first book, and I just want to read a few main ideas from there. And this this is just her. She's very real, very raw, and I like that about her. So some of the main things are self-care. Your physical and emotional well-being should always be at the top of your priorities, and I truly believe that as well. Um, we cannot help anyone else, can't help our families, even our business if we are not healthy. So we need to take that time. And you and only you are ultimately responsible for who you become and how happy you are. That's empowering. Yes, you do have to work through your baggage and heal and all that, but you are in charge of that. You choose to be happy. And the only thing worse than giving up is wishing that you hadn't. Always surround yourself with the right people. In other words, find your tribe. I mean, I agree with all this. Someone else's opinion of you is none of your business. Love that. Um, have a clear vision for your goals and write them down. That's very good advice. Have faith and celebrate how far you've come instead of doing what I do sometimes and focus on how much farther I have to go or what I didn't get done. Look for the good that comes from your pain. This is a tough one. A lot of times we don't want to do that. It's too hard. Prepare in advance for anything you want to do well. So these are just all good things, good things. But her writing style's a lot more fun than me telling you these points. So I really recommend you check it out. The other book is called Girl Stop Apologizing. And again, I didn't think there'd be a whole lot in there. I don't see myself as that type, but there were a lot of gold nuggets in here, and I came away with a lot. So her introduction for this book, part of it reads, "The worst thing I can imagine is that you might die with that potential still untapped inside of you." I relate to that. I worry about the people I meet day after day who don't know their purpose, who are afraid to try, who they, for whatever reason, they've talked themselves out of following their dream, and I can hardly stand that, and I sometimes get too emotional about it. It's like I can't allow that, and that's probably not the way to be either. But I am genuine. So here's a few little tips from Girl Stop Apologizing. Talents and skills are like any other living thing. They can't grow in the dark. And so if you don't talk about your dreams, if you don't write them down, they're not real. No one's going to ever benefit from your special gifts. And that's that. A goal is a dream with its work boots on. I love this phrase. It's sort of visual. It's gritty. I love it. I don't even have to explain what that means. You aren't going to find the time to pursue your goals. You're going to make the time to pursue your goals. This is something I struggle with almost on a daily basis. I know a lot of people think I have it all together, but I don't at all. And there aren't enough hours in a day, and that's on me. Time doesn't morph. It doesn't have it's set. So it's me. I have to manage me. So I know that, but this book was really good, giving you practical advice. Very good points. You are enough today as you are. And I think sometimes we get caught up in comparison or in the comparison trap, and that's never a good thing. It makes no sense to compare your journey with someone else's. You have different baggage, you have different challenges, you're at different stages of the journey, so it makes no sense. Aim for being centered instead of focusing on a work-life balance. Now, this might seem a little crazy, but she has come up with this strategy. She believes the work-life balance is a myth, and she instead puts her energy toward being centered. And in her words, centered means that you feel grounded and at peace with yourself. Centered means that you can't be knocked off balance regardless of how chaotic things become. If I prioritize myself and make sure I'm centered, then everything else runs smoothly, even when it's running at 100 miles an hour. I don't know if that resonates with you at all, but her whole thing is she sticks to what she's good at, and she sticks to her priorities. And her health is a number one priority, her family, her business. And she really makes it clear, excuse me, that if you are constantly saying yes to help someone else accomplish their goals and it keeps you from yours, that's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help anyone. So her thing is she knows her priorities and she sticks to it. She does not vary from her gym time. That's her. She's made her physical health her main priority. So how many of us do that? I don't. I put little snippets in, but I'm not that structured on that yet. But it's a goal, and I'm just curious. Have you excuse me? Have you read Rachel Hollis at all? Do you know who she is? She actually was a speaker at the doTERRA Leadership Retreat last year, which is, I'm sorry I missed it. It had to have been amazing. She's a business coach, a life coach, an author. I, if you have read her, I'd love to know which book you like the best, what favorite quote of hers you like, and what, if anything, resonated with you. And also remember that you can go to hopeessential.com, my website, and I have the previous holistic lifestyle tips videos on there, and a lot of other holistic tips and a lot of information about those amazing essential oils. So till next time, choose you, choose natural, choose now.